Matthew Magic Hatton. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing purple, third, Canelo Alvarez.
Buena suerte. Good luck.
Alvarez is trying to keep this incredible momentum that he's built up.
Halo sahabat pecinta olahraga, kembali lagi dengan Bung Tilu Channel. Pada video kali ini kita akan menyaksikan pertarungan tinju yang begitu seru, yang dimana petinju profesional asal Inggris yaitu Hatton yang melawan dengan petinju profesional asal Meksiko yaitu Canelo Alvarez. Dan pada pertarungan ini kita lihat di mana Hatton menggunakan sarung tinju berwarna merah dan celana berwarna hitam kuning, sedangkan Canelo Alvarez menggunakan celana berwarna ungu dan sarung tinju berwarna ungu. Dan inilah pertarungan yang begitu seru. Selamat menonton, semoga terhibur.
Campaign mostly at 140, 16 knockouts, only 47 pro fights. Well, you like that jab that Alvarez has? He follows it up with a hook.
One thing you have to wonder about a fighter like Alvarez is at this age, they will cause him to tire more in the long run.
And that landed to the head of Hatton. Hatton tries to come back. Alvarez.
See Hatton's games.
Hatton just 7 of 42 overall. Hatton comes out with a double.
Alvarez is so much bigger and stronger and clean. Doubles up that.
Really a real power puncher. You can't sit back and let him just pick. Not going to work good for Hatton in the long run.
What should Hatton be doing?
Fight. Don't let the kid sit out and set up. The kid is younger. He's big. Like that.
He needs to be a little Ricky Hatton, Roy.
Exactly.
I got to tell you, so far I think that circumstances, considering all the advantages you just laid out for Alvarez.
By Alvarez.
Speaking of baseball metaphors,
The normal Mexican regime.
He is Mexican, he looks Irish, and he fights George Foreman.
Exactly.
Right hand to the nose and some blood from Hatton's nose as Hatton digs in with a couple of hooks. Counter right by Alvarez. Oh, good again. They both throw left. Alvarez is hurt more. No CompuBox in round number 2.
Matthew Hatton down at the end of that round.
Longer and overpowering your opponent.
But once you get to that point, you can't really swim because there's not really much he can do. Not that'll catch him, that'll doing anything to hurt you. And that's what Alvarez is feeling right now.
Yeah, what's the point? The point here is to see how, even though he's,
That left hook to start the sequence. Hatton rolls off the ropes. Left hand from
Alvarez that he will have to change later on is that he's not from punches at all. He tries to cover up a little bit, but
or move.
Hasn't really moved.
Movement would serve him well.
One of the areas of his game that he's got to improve upon as he moves up the ladder is some head movement.
Immediately, because if he becomes champ tonight, he's going to become a target right away. A lot, because they see that he's capable of being hit.
End of round 3. We check in with an unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob, Evan, Canelo Alvarez. Bob, I got to tell you something. And that's a guy that can throw a 6-7 punch combination. And you watch Canelo out 7 shots at a time, and he lands most of them. He's a heck of a combo. Then throw a double left hook. I think it leaves his jaw wide open. But he's wearing that Japanese boxing glove, winning. But he's got the boxing glove. 3-0, Alvarez.
Puts punches together.
And he does have good powers.
He won't turn 20 May 18th.
Talk about the recipe for a great action. There are going to be some classic.
That one hit the sweet spot. Cross from Alvarez. Doubles up the left hand.
There's a cut.
Plenty of time to go here in round 4. Right.
See, right there, he's not protecting himself. And a seasoned veteran will let he proceeds to go forward with his career.
Left, right to the body, right.
We know that if he's anything like his brother, that's one thing he definitely is game.
Runs in the fence.
Definitely not as hard of a puncher.
Been cut.
Come in, he throws a right uppercut followed by a left body shot. A beautiful. Then Canelo follows with a right hook to the body, left hook to the head, and a right uppercut. Caused the cut, if not that right hand over the top.
Yeah, referee Lou Maret informing. So if this fight gets stopped because of that cut later on. Boy, what does Hatton need to do to sort of change the momentum here where Hatton...
Anytime you back up on a kid who's this strong, you give him room to room like Hatton's doing, you're making it worse for yourself. If Hatton would just go at him like that, it would
Stop the fight because of the
little. And Canelo's just resting right now, taking his time. So if Hatton was really coming at Canelo hard, we'd find out a lot about Canelo tonight.
Yeah, hold the fight, you know.
We're in Anaheim, California. 96, a closer fight than 99-91. Good left hand to the body by Alvarez again. Hatton goes back to the body.
Fastball, can he ring with Alvarez?
He's just too small, too light of a puncher.
That's it. Promotional tool around Alvarez's waist. People excited, and they should be excited about him. He's an exciting fighter.
Our 15 years of HBO's Boxing After Dark, and that fight was not over, and we're all long gone. That still will rank up there as one.
Match to anything to have a legendary night.
And I was gonna say, up in 20 years old, and got a.
Some tough guys early in his career when he was a teenager. It's not as though the quality of his that now that it's apparent the kind of connection he has to the fan.
5 wins in a row. I don't care what nobody say. Something's.
Well, Max, I think the point you brought up earlier too, and he gets hit enough that as fighting better level of opposition, it's going to create even more intrigue in his fights.
You never saw Roy.
Love him for that.
Barrera, just like her, and wound up a consummate boxer puncher. Do you think this to wind up a consummate boxer puncher?
No, not at all. It's kill, kill, kill.
But that's attitude. Do you think he has the physical attitude?
If your mentality is kill, 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 and you punch like he.
So you think there's a fundamental difference between him and a young Barrera, for instance?
Most that punches, but he was a technician who really didn't like to get hit.
Really, you think that?
First pound for pound this, not because of his offense only, but because of his defense. If you look at this kid here.
For pound, most exciting fighters around, that's for sure.
And the hook to the head, that hook to the body with the right hook following it to the body.
We begin round number 7 in the scheduled 12 rounder between. See it so far.
Okay, Bob, 6-0. Has won it so big. But here's it, make Canelo Alvarez doing more damage and just beating him up, and he's winning the fight. One interesting point in California, and he says to himself, Hatton's taking enough. He can jump in and stop the fight. 6-0, Alvarez.
All right, Harold. Not as if Hatton doesn't throw back enough. It's just wearing and wearing and wearing on Hatton. What a combination by Alvarez.
In certain respects, also showing some patience here. You know, he's coming forward. He's cautious.
Going hitting on the bird.
You think he's afraid of the fame? He's supposed to this guy.
Well, Alvarez wants to get that point back. Alvarez on Hatton here in round 7. Hatton's only been stopped once and he fights back and eats a right hand. Hatton comes back with a...
It's 7. Mr. Fight Hatton has been leading all night. This is the safer fight.
I think he's going to get it, Roy.
Hatton hit him behind the head. So that's why I think
Alvarez landed 33 of his 47 entire round. Punches total.
Outbox this kid because the kid punches too hard from outside. So why would you say as he can? That's the safest thing for him.
Right, because Alvarez uses that strong jab and then he gets those nice.
See that? See that? See the
Break! Breaks!
See Alvarez now walking in with his hands down. Because he has not been able to posture. Roy, it looks...
Alvarez opens up at the end.
Here's a beautiful combination. One, he must have copied off of me. I just can't believe it. A beautiful overhand. I think me, Eddie Movement, he joined us now.
By the way, Mickey Ward had a pretty...
Well, I think before we put him in your club, he's got to accomplish.
Well, I wasn't saying in my club totally. I was talking about that left body.
Especially with the
He
hook
had
to
a
the
good
body.
one too.
Of course, Joe Frazier and the list goes on.
Hatton.
Back up and give this kid room to punch.
Ninth round.
Yeah, but he didn't have to.
Alvarez, something tells me.
As many shots as he takes, that might not be the only thing.
That said, though, Hatton has thrown 30 punches to Alvarez's 16.
Big punches too, I told you. Big shots take a lot out of a fighter.
Seems like whenever he needs to, though, he
knows that will keep Hatton weak. Oh, good shot. Good shot.
That's what he's been looking for all fight.
Alvarez steps in with a combination.
Alvarez threw a beautiful triple left hook.
Showing his grit. Alvarez's power. Good up.
10 seconds, yes, segundo. Stop.
9. Let's check in with Harold Letterman through 9 here.
Okay, Canelo Alvarez, of course, 1 round even with referee Lou Maret. I keep saying he used to protect his hands, and the padding is out in front. Anyway, 8 rounds even.
I don't think he would have gotten him out. I think Hatton's done a good
Of protecting it. No, you do what he's doing. You know, he's taking his time. He's being smart. I mean, this is the composure like a veteran. And you gotta love that about this kid.
game already. It's amazing.
At 20 years old.
Yeah, this is his Hatton. This is his 309th round.
Canelo. He is a prodigy at the age of 20 to be fighting as.
Oh, low blow.
Low blow by Hatton.
Oh.
And then Alvarez wants Hatton to get up. Now Alvarez is
that hurt
bad.
him.
Left and right.
Yeah, that hurt him bad.
Didn't allow himself to get tied up this time. Oh, he
I like as a young fighter.
Great right hand.
He holding land a bad left low blow. Looked like it was almost purposely. And Canelo hook to the jaw. Then Hatton thinks about Hollywood and goes down for a minute.
With an extra point there.
Yeah, Canelo comes back and throws a left hook with right hand and lands with a.
We begin round 11. Mexico, 20 years of age, 35-0-1 with 26 knockouts.
Isn't a really good fighter, you know? Too many really.
You know, it's like most of the time the guys that have the talent don't use the talent.
Which is why when you get a Manny Pacquiao, you thank your lucky stars.
The whole package together. You know this kid, yes, he was 1 year old and became a junior middleweight champ pretty early too.
And I think, boy, bigger puncher.
Yeah, this kid is a much bigger puncher.
Hanging in there and trying to get his big shots off of his own.
To connect with people the way he's connected.
Well, he's totally different in every aspect. You know, he's not a Mexican fighter, so.
Yet he gives the crowd their money's worth.
This share punches. Oh, good body shot.
Good left hook to the body by Alvarez.
The action-packed figure waiting to happen in boxing. See action. They want to see a guy who doesn't care about getting hit, and that's
Now the drama here, as I see it, is Matthew not just last the distance, but go the distance while fighting hard.
Alvarez and Matthew Hatton, 12th and final round. 100 no knockdowns in the fight. Alvarez has landed the huge power shots.
Hatton's brother, and pretty soon it's going to be time to stop fighting.
For sure. From Alvarez to the head of Hatton.
the referee is looking at Hatton very.
Don't hold.
Counter right hand from
He's giving it one hell of an effort now. Most of the tools that he has, he's giving it one heck of an effort.
Yeah, I mean, can Hatton go the distance?
A good hook by Hatton.
The headliner, Saul Alvarez, the 20-year-old out of Mexico. Long. Hatton with a combination of his own.
Break. Don't hold, Matt. Don't hold.
Oh, good
Left
shot.
on wobbly legs.
What happens when you don't hold?
Oh.
Raul Caiz Sr. and Joel Scorer by unanimous decision. Damas y caballeros, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Cinnamon has a belt.